Welcome back to Films Recapped. Today I will show you a road drama film from 1988, called Rain Man. Spoilers ahead, watch out and enjoy. Charlie Babbitt is a young businessman who wants to do well but is focused on himself. Things aren't going well for him. His business selling high-end cars is in bad shape, he has a lot of debt, and he could lose everything. But even with all of these big problems, he grabs his girlfriend Susanna and goes to Palm Springs for the weekend with her. During the trip, Charlie and his girlfriend argue about how he isn't emotionally available because he never talks about himself or how he feels. Charlie gets a phone call telling him that his father has passed away. To Susanna's surprise, he seems unfazed. Charlie says he's sorry for ruining the weekend and heads back to Los Angeles to help with the funeral. Charlie and Susanna go back to the house where Charlie grew up because they have to go to the will hearing the next day. Charlie tells Susanna that his relationship with his father has always been tense because he felt like his father was always emotionally distant and he could never make him happy. He tells Susanna about the fight he had with his father. When he was 16, Charlie stole his father's Buick's keys and drove it away without his permission. When the police caught him, his dad didn't bail him out right away like the dads of his friends did. Instead, he stayed in jail for 2 days. This was the final straw in their relationship. Charlie left home and never talked to his father again after this. He also says that when he was scared, the Rain Man, an imaginary friend, would sing to him. During the will hearing, Charlie finds out that he will only get the Buick and some dying rose bushes, while $3 million will be put into a trust for an unknown beneficiary. Charlie is upset because he thinks that his dead father is insulting him one last time from beyond the grave. Charlie goes to the bank and, with the help of his charm, finds out that the person who will get the $3 million is at Walbrook, a mental hospital. There, he talks to Dr. Bruner, who is in charge of the facility. Like Charlie's father, Dr. Bruner won't tell Charlie who the beneficiary is. Frustrated, he goes back to the Buick and finds Susanna in the passenger seat with a man behind the wheel. Even though this man has a mental illness, he can tell Charlie a lot about the car and where it used to be. Charlie is shocked when he says he has the same parents as Charlie. Dr. Bruner then tells Charlie that this is his brother Raymond Babbitt, whom he has never met, and that he will get the $3 million. He is a genius with autism who sees the world differently than everyone else and has a very strict routine for living his life. Charlie gets Raymond out of the place with the help of Susanna. He wants to take control of Raymond and use him to get half of the $3 million. But Charlie doesn't have much time for Raymond's tricks. They spend the night at a hotel, trying to make Raymond as comfortable as possible. When Raymond walks in on Charlie and Susanna having a private moment, Charlie loses his temper and tells Raymond that he plans to use Raymond to ask Dr. Bruner for the inheritance. This makes Susanna mad, and she's had enough of Charlie's selfishness, so she goes away. Charlie and Raymond are now on their own, and Charlie starts to learn more about his brother. Raymond starts to talk about how he has a perfect memory and is very good with numbers. They get to the airport, but Raymond doesn't want to fly. Instead, he talks about all the recent airline crashes. Charlie keeps pushing for the plane, saying he has to be in Los Angeles in 3 hours, until Raymond loses it in public. Charlie gives up and agrees. They'll have to drive, which will take 3 days. They get in the Buick and get on the highway to start their trip. Charlie's trip turns into a terrible nightmare. Raymond is picky about a lot of things. He has to eat at a certain time, watch his shows on TV, and wear his Kmart underwear. Loud noises scare him easily. Charlie gets so angry that he stops in a town to find a doctor and ask if there is anything that can be done to help Raymond. They find a doctor, but he can't help Raymond get better because autism can't be cured, it can only be managed. The doctor notices that Raymond is very smart when it comes to math. Even though he doesn't know what money is, he's pretty smart in his own way. The two keep going on their trip, and Charlie tries to be more helpful. One night, when Charlie is staying at a motel, he finds out that his childhood imaginary friend, the Rain Man, was really Raymond. At the time, Charlie didn't know how to say Raymond's name, so he called him Rain Man. When he was scared, he was the one who would sing to him. Raymond's dad sent him away because he was afraid Raymond would hurt Charlie. Charlie calls Susanna and tries to get back together with her, but she needs more time to forgive him. As the trip goes on, Charlie buys Raymond a portable TV to keep him busy, and he also gets a call from work. Even though his business is over and all of his cars have been taken away, he still owes $80,000. He doesn't have the money, though. While having dinner, Charlie sees that his brother is very good with numbers by the way he can remember song numbers from a jukebox. This gives him an idea. He uses a deck of cards to find out that Raymond can count them, so he and Raymond go to Las Vegas to make money. When they get to Las Vegas, Charlie buys Raymond new shoes and a suit, and then the three of them go to the blackjack tables. Raymond is able to do it, and no one notices that he is counting the cards. The casino staff is shocked when they win more than $80,000. They have a party at a bar, where Raymond gets a girl's attention. He wants to go on a date, but the woman leaves after Raymond asks some rude questions. Raymond still thinks he is going on a date, so he needs to learn how to dance. Back in their room, Charlie teaches him how to dance, and the two become even closer. The doorbell rings, and it's Susanna. She has nowhere to go since she lost her job. Raymond's date doesn't show up when the three of them go back to the bar. One of the casino managers pulls Charlie to the side, and Susanna takes Raymond back to the room. They get in the elevator, and Susanna presses the emergency button. Raymond gets a taste of the date he couldn't have when she dances with him and kisses him. On the other hand, the managers tell Charlie to be careful. When they find out that Charlie and Raymond are counting cards, they warn him and tell him to leave. They take their money and leave, and Charlie finally lets Raymond drive the Buick out of the hotel's driveway. When they get to Los Angeles, Charlie wants Raymond to stay at his house with him. He has a meeting with Dr. Brunner, who wants Raymond to go back to Walbrook. Brunner meets with Charlie before their appointment and tells him that he still has control over the $3 million, even if Charlie becomes Raymond's guardian. He offers Charlie $250,000 to leave, but Charlie says that it's no longer about the money. He's mad that no one told him he had a brother, and he doesn't want to lose him now. Charlie also accepts that he contributed to the fact that he and his father are no longer close and doesn't hold it against him that his father left him out of the inheritance. Charlie turns down the money and decides to keep going with the hearing to decide what will happen to Raymond. On the morning of the hearing, a smoke alarm at Charlie's house sets Raymond off, and he loses it. Charlie takes him out for pancakes, and while they eat, they get to know each other. When they meet Dr. Brunner and another doctor, they start asking questions about the time they spent together. During the questioning, Charlie gets more angry and defensive because he might lose his newfound brother. At some point, they ask Raymond if he wants to stay at Walbrook or with Charlie. By saying yes to both choices, Raymond shows Charlie that he can't decide on his own. Charlie agrees grudgingly that Walbrook might be the best place to take care of Raymond. They say goodbye, and Charlie says he'll see Raymond in 2 weeks. In the last shot, Charlie gives his brother one last sad look as he gets on a train and leaves. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.